1 million balloons filled the sky. It was meant to lift spirits, but within hours the sky turned heavy. The water darker, and the celebration silent. 2 men vanished. Planes were grounded. This was supposed to be a celebration. Instead, Cleveland became the stage for one of the biggest public disasters you've never heard of.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lift off. The Guinness Book of World Records has just been broken in Cleveland. Over 1,500,000 balloons going up in the air.
Saturday, September 27th, 1986. Downtown Cleveland was buzzing. 2,500 volunteers had gathered at the heart of the city. Their mission? To launch 1.5 million helium balloons and break the world record.
Okay, Tanya, show everybody what you have on your hands there. What are those?
The tape bandages.
Okay, and what are they for?
They're for getting away from sores from your hand.
Okay, did you get any blisters?
Yeah, 3.
Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
Are you tired?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Chuck, as you can see, they're going strong. They're blowing them up. I still think they have the record. Back to you, Chuck.
It wasn't just a stunt, it was a symbol. The event, organized by the United Way of Cleveland, was meant to raise money, attention, and hope. The city had long struggled with poverty, crime, and a decaying public image. This spectacle would show the world a new side of Cleveland, colorful, unified, uplifted. The previous world record had been set just a year earlier, in Disneyland, California, with 1 million balloons. Cleveland wanted more color, more glory, more headlines. For months, a massive rectangular structure was built, a net over 3 city blocks long, right in Public Square. Inside it, a rising tide of balloons, filled one by hand, by volunteers. At exactly 1:50 p.m., the net was released. The sky turned into a living painting. Waves of red, blue, yellow, green, a swirling storm of color lifted over the skyline.
We did it, John! There it goes! It's completely covering the terminal tower. Oh, look at that!
People clapped. News anchors cheered. Helicopters flew overhead to capture the record-breaking moment. For a few fleeting seconds, it was beautiful. But what no one knew was that a cold front was moving in fast. The wind was shifting, the air pressure was dropping. And in just minutes, what went up would start coming down.
And the wind has just shifted just enough that the balloons are now trailing fast.
This is beautiful. The balloons are coming back this way.
They're coming back.
What goes up must come down. Only no one planned for how soon. As the balloons rose, a cold front moved in from the north, faster and harder than anyone expected. Wind gusts whipped through Cleveland. Rain followed. Helium balloons, now soaked and heavy, stopped climbing.
Caused quite a stir in Cleveland yesterday.
And began falling. Thousands of them. They didn't burst. They hovered, drifted, sank. Lake Erie turned into a sea of bouncing rubber. A child's fantasy turned into a search and rescue nightmare. Just off the coast, 2 fishermen, Raymond Broderick and Bernard Sulzer, had gone missing the night before.
One of the things that's making this search so tough for the Coast Guard.
Here instead of the planned 10%.
The Coast Guard was searching for them by helicopter, but now the surface of the water was a camouflage of color. The search was called off. Days later, both bodies washed ashore. And that wasn't the only chaos. Horses panicked at a nearby ranch and trampled fences. Drivers crashed on highways, blinded by low-hanging balloons. The Burke Lakefront Airport was forced to shut down operations. Flights grounded, roads jammed, panic spreading. All from what was supposed to be a moment of joy. By nightfall, the cheering had stopped. Cleveland, once covered in color, now sat in silence and regret. Two families, shattered. Fishermen Raymond Broderick and Bernard Sulzer never made it home. The U.S. Coast Guard confirmed the tragic reality. We couldn't spot anything. The lake was covered in balloons. The victims' families filed a $3.2 million lawsuit against the organizers, claiming gross negligence had cost them the chance to save their loved ones. And they weren't the only ones demanding answers. Local farmers reported injuries to horses, spooked by balloon clusters landing in open fields. Multiple drivers filed claims after balloon-related traffic accidents blocked major roads, and the Federal Aviation Administration launched an investigation into low-altitude balloon interference with nearby flight paths. Flights were delayed, runways were closed, and chaos rippled across a city already trying to repair its reputation. Meanwhile, the cleanup had just begun. Crews worked for weeks, fishing balloons from trees, storm drains, and Lake Erie's polluted surface.
Caused concern on Saturday are no longer here today. No one's quite sure where they went, but at least they're no longer posing a threat to fish and wildlife, and they're not littering the lake.
The spectacle that took 6 months to plan unraveled in just 6 hours. And for United Way, a charity known for compassion, the fallout was a reputational catastrophe. What was supposed to be a celebration of community and color became a lesson in hubris and consequence.